Oh, yeah. It's Lunchbox. Man, so me and my best friend Muddbutt, we sitting here session this morning on our Saturday morning sessions. And we got on the talking about, there's so many bands that just need to hang it up. So, big time. So, that's what we're gonna dive into this morning. You know, there's so many. Straight away, let's get it.
Just like but we're gonna dive into this.
What you diving into?
Big fat milky gravity bong with some gelato 41. Let me hose this down and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, there's really nothing really. I can't think of too many things that outdo a nice fat ass gravity bong as far as getting you there fast.
Like in a hurry.
I mean, damn, dude. I like joints and all, just like the next guy, but these GBs are unreal.
I'm gonna take me one right now while talking about that.
Well, the bands that need to hang it up. Our whole life we've been Kiss fans. Like, make that clear. Like, we're not like sitting here ripping on Kiss because we both love Kiss, right? I mean, we love Kiss.
We fucking dude.
At the end of the day, we love their music, and we've seen them live a couple times. With me and you saw them in Florida, and Kiss had a farewell tour in 1999 and 2000. You know, Ted Nugent opened up for them. They still sounded good, but they sounded different than they did in 96, which was really only a couple years before. And hell, that was the farewell tour. Hell, that was 22 years ago.
Damn.
22 years ago, they had the farewell tour.
That's so fucking
Then now you've got... Exactly. What was the name of the tour that you went to see with it? You took the Young Viking to your
it was something fucking farewell something.
Something.
End of the road. End of the road tour.
Now it's in that end of the road tour stretches. That's the longest damn tour, and they're probably trying to do it for some kind of financial capital or something. That's the longest damn tour I've ever heard of in my life. It started 2 years before the face diaper, the chin diaper thing, and now they're back on tour. And they have a video from a few nights ago. They're singing Black Diamond. We love Black Diamond, right? It's from the first album.
It's a hit.
Like it's a it's a Kiss classic, and dude. Paul Stanley, it was a laughing matter because you tell them what, remember that dude when we walked in the door was doing the big Paul Stanley?
How you doing, people?
He became a joke.
Yeah.
I mean,
how you doing, Detroit?
How you doing, people? And you know and then now they're at this age where Christine 16 may as well be Christine 16.
Woo!
Get
you some cougar. I want that gravy.
Get you some, Paul. Hey, listen, motherfucker. I'm Paul Stanley.
I'm a rock and roll star.
I'm a professional rock and roll star. It's like the thing about Paul Stanley is. Kiss has become so blatantly just a joke, and you know what? I'd say go, more power to you if they still sounded good. Because the first time I saw Kiss, I saw Kiss in '98 on the Psycho Circus tour. Let me tell you something. It was fucking awesome. It was Ace Frehley on guitar, Peter Criss on drums, right? And it sounded great. They had an actual their last decent album, their last good album as Kiss, Psycho Circus in '98.
Ooh,
all right,
that's a good album.
'98. It was a killer album, which was funny because in '98 that's when Van Halen 3 came out too. We'll not get into that.
I will never hear that.
Yeah, right. didn't just say that. Yeah, but the problem is now you have a band that's trying to become some kind of Vegas attraction. Like, and when Paul Stanley said, you don't go to Disney, no, you don't go to a New York Yankees game and expect to see Mickey Mantle play. I'm thinking, that's where you're going with this. Okay. So, kids, there's probably always going to be some version of Kiss. It'll just, can you imagine another Kiss without any original members? I mean, I think they'll try it. Paul will do anything for money.
Straight up. They'll try it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else? I mean, Kiss. Yeah, they need to hang it up, man. That's it. Straight up, they need to hang it up. You know,
I made a
Paul
reference.
Stanley said himself. He said himself in '99. I'm sorry that we don't want to be those guys that stay too long at the party. It's like, motherfucker, you didn't just stay too long at the party. You there years after that party ended, my man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? let alone showing up fashionably late and splitting a little bit before. Dude, you stayed at that party for what, Tips? Even when the next fucking family moved in. Like, damn.
Straight up.
Yeah. Who's tell me another. I mean,
another one.
Because one thing that doesn't meet the criteria is if they still sound fucking really good. They still sound really good. Paul Stanley is using backing vocals. He's using them. He says he's not. He is.
Straight up.
So, I mean, they've always been the type of people that said that we give you a live show. There's even been, it was a legit story. A fan got his money back from the show, from a Kiss show, because he made the argument that they were using backing tracks, and Paul said that, we want to give you a live, we don't use this bullshit, the very bullshit he was using. But this fan got his money back for his ticket.
Damn.
So, if you're at that point, man, you need to hang it up. I mean, the Rolling Stones, there's just something about them that, unfortunately, even when Charlie Watts died, which he had been with them forever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Fucking, who else we got? Another one we talking about, fucking Lynyrd Skynyrd. What the fuck?
Exactly, man. And the problem with Lynyrd Skynyrd is the fact that you got to think about how much badass music the actual Lynyrd Skynyrd put out in the 70s, man. They had
Freebird!
Fucking Freebird. Everybody drunk at a party knows Freebird, dude.
Everybody.
I mean, everybody. So, if you've ever been drunk into a party, you heard Freebird at some point, whether it's... Hold on, let me take another gravity moment.
Yeah. Fucking, if you drunk, you hear that opening lick, something about alcohol, it just makes you yell, Freebird!
It's just Freebird! You know? and hey, it's a fucking killer song. I mean, you don't jam it all the time. It's a song, I think it has its place, but you don't jam it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When it comes on, it's just like a moment.
It's an experience. It's like Freebird is an experience. It's not a drunken chant. So, and their albums came out back to back to back in just a very fucking short period of time. And now, you have. I was looking on concerts resuming from the chin diaper craze, whatever it was. Bands are resuming, music's resuming, things like that. And you have a promoter saying, "Hey, Lynyrd Skynyrd and Foghat coming to town." And no, they're not. Unfortunately, the majority of Lynyrd Skynyrd unfortunately died in a plane crash. And in 1977, and it was terrible. And one guy, Artemis Pyle, the drummer, survived. Obviously, Ronnie Van Zant, the sound of Leonard Skinner died along with the plane crash. And they've had different incarnated, but it's like, call yourself something else. It's just a way. And some people, what blows my mind is that you and me, man, we're big music lovers, so we're going to point this out. Some people just don't care, and they're like, hey. Okay, well, call yourself a Leonard Skinner cover band. Don't call yourself Leonard Skinner and tour as Leonard Skinner, because you are not.
No.
Leonard Skinner. That's right. And if Artemis Pyle, which he's, hell, he's aging, man. He's not at a point to where he's able to tour every time that Leonard Skinner, the name, tours. And if he's not with them, it's the same damn thing with when we saw, which how could we forget, man? Let's talk about that Foreigner, Def Leppard, and Journey concert.
Man. Oh, man, I'm glad you brought this up, man. My last episode, I talked about it, and dude, I talked about my last 2 episodes. I talked about that concert. I'm glad you brought it up. Man, that show.
It was one of the best concerts we've ever been to. Well, I've been to a lot of concerts, and I'm telling you, that was a bitchin' show, wasn't it? Oh man,
dude, it was like fucking. You start with Foreigner. I mean, I'm glad it ain't the original members, all of them. But I mean, it was fucking Foreigner.
Well, that was the same example as Leonard Skinner. Yeah. If the lead guitarist is not with Leonard, if the lead guitarist, if Steve isn't with Foreigner, then there are no original members of Foreigner.
Yeah.
But Journey that night had the original drummer. The only thing missing was Steve Perry, which is a big part.
And I bet he was in the crowd. Steve was there.
Hell, he fucking probably was, man. He probably was. But what was, it was at the at the time AT&T Park. It ain't called that anymore. But where the Giants play, and the Bay Bridge is in the background and shit. I don't care where Journey plays. They'll perform lights.
Yeah.
And everybody sings along wherever it's a bitchin' tune. It's a bitchin' live experience. But when you're actually singing lights and you're in San Francisco and the lights really are shining on the bay, like you can see it. And you're stoned as fuck.
Man, I got the chills just thinking about that moment right now.
It was cool, man. It was cool. It was fucking cool. It was cool enough for the Hells Angels to show up.
Dude, straight up.
So,
I talked about that, man. How fucking rad that was. The Hells Angels were just right there, just rocking out to Def Leppard and
standing
in
and Def Leppard. But guess what? They're all original members. Yeah. And they all sound really fucking good. I mean, it's okay. Excuse me, Steve. I can't say that. I got to take that back, man. I can't put out fake news. Steve Clark died unfortunately in the 80s from an overdose, and then they got Vivian Campbell from Dio. But Vivian Campbell's been with Def Leppard forever.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that until you just now said that.
I think Steve Clark died right after the Hysteria album. I understand that it's Steve Clark on every Def Leppard song that most people know. But as far as a live touring band, it's been Vivian Campbell, and he really can play. I mean, unfortunately, I believe Dio is. I've heard some videos of Ronnie James Dio talking about how Vivian Campbell may or may not be a dick, but I don't know him. I don't know who's to say, but I love Dio, man. It sucks that he's not around. But Vivian Campbell, and he can hit Steve Clark's notes lick for lick, okay?
Straight up.
Journey, okay, so Journey, fucking awesome show, right?
Dude,
that little dude fucking nails Steve Perry's tunes.
He did. Like,
Yeah.
man, I just close your eyes and you just fucking, man. That was.
He does a good job, man. He does a fucking really good job.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, that made me think about another, not necessarily band, but act that needs to fucking hang it up. This is another guy that I've seen once in concert, and it was just one long guitar solo, literally. And once I say who it is, if anybody listening knows who I'm talking about, which I hope you do.
Is it Joe Satriani?
No. Joe Satriani seems to always get really good gigs. He's always. I don't think he would ever survive as just Joe Satriani, but he's always part of huge bands. Like
straight up,
it's not Joe Satriani, no, and it's Yngwie Malmsteen, which as far as like in the '80s. Late 80s, even before then, his band Alcatraz. Dude, he can shred. He can fucking shred. But he's become a joke, man. Like, he still wears. He's just fat. He's just fat now, and he has these pork chop Elvis late 70s sideburns, and he comes out still in these fucking shiny ass tight leather pants and these fucking boots, and he's playing the same, this cream guitar, and these solos are so fucking sloppy, and the performance is low budget, and there's like some kid on drums, and I'm thinking, are you serious, man? Because at one time in the 80s, Yngwie Malmsteen, it was still, man, hey, if he came around, I'd probably go see him.
Yeah.
Because as far as like Sweet Park, if anybody plays the guitar out there, he's a master of metal sweeping arpeggios and shit. I mean, he's fucking, as far as like fast shredding, Yngwie Malmsteen, man, but he needs to fucking hang it up. I mean, he doesn't. He'll never put down the guitar. I don't expect him to. I hope he doesn't. It's like run some podcasts here and there, but man, holy shit! Seeing him live is really fun. It's like a spinal. It's gotten to the point of Spinal Tap.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Who's some other ones? Who's some other ones you got coming to mind?
Well, I mean, there's a couple that I can kind of go to, but as far as big acts that everybody knows, number. I mean, obviously, and I just saw this fucking. And the sad thing about this Lunchbox is there's going to be a lot of people that goes to this show. Fucking New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys, man.
Damn! I didn't even know they were touring.
I'm thinking, dude, it's 2022, not 1987.
Are you gonna go?
Y'all are boy bands, man. Like, it's really fucking funny for someone in their 50s to sing like shit like "Please Don't Go, Girl" and shit that they sang like when they were kids.
Are you gonna go?
Oh yeah, I might. And what's fucking, if I go, it's gonna go to fucking get some chick that starts crying during Hanging Tough, and I'm gonna get some Strange, probably pound some Strange at that show. That's if I go at all. It'll be for Strange. Yeah. I want to hear a bunch of 50-year-olds singing fucking Hanging Tough.
And Backstreet's back?
Yeah, fuck yeah. The chicks, you know that some chicks are gonna just.
I bet they open with
They're
that.
gonna have flat. They're gonna like for a 2-hour period, and then the next 50, 60. Well, it's however long after the show that it takes me for. Hey, let's get a room, and then I happen to leave an hour later. But those girls typically go back in time during these shows, to their slutty high school self, listening to the Backstreet Boys, and so it's it's like Wedding Crashers mentality to go to that show.
Shit, no, he just popped in my head, and I think who should hang it up?
Oh, who?
The fucking Crew.
Oh my God, man!
Vince Neil.
Listen. Vince Neil does not. To put it as nice as I can, because at the end of the day, we're both fucking huge Crew fans, man.
Yeah.
Fuck! Girls, Dr. fucking Feelgood, Kickstart My Heart, man. Are you kidding me, dude?
That's like my workout playlist. Like, that fucking shit kicks
come
ass.
on, dude. Smoking in the Boys Room, which is not that's actually a cover song. Brownsville Station wrote that song in the 70s. But Vince Neil, he's the opposite of Ozzy Osbourne. Like, when you hear Ozzy Osbourne talk, you can't understand a fucking word he says. But when he sings, he's as clear as we're talking right now. But Vince fucking Neil, when he's talking, you can understand what he's saying. But when he's singing, dude, I mean, that was Wild Side right there, man.
That's Wild Side.
That's Wild Side. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are Motley Crue, and even on their fucking, and then that's another band that fucking had a show. The end, like, this is it, you know. And then they toured later, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just come up with a different name for your fucking tour instead of like this cliffhanger shit. Is it the last tour, dude? Is it really? But that on the end, I think Tommy Lee's drum kit got something happened to where he got stuck, and he couldn't do his like rotating, flipping drum solo.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that totally happened. But not only does, and it's not just Motley Crue, because Mick Mars, he can still fucking shred, dude.
Dude, he can.
Nikki Sixx has his own gig, and that's that. They said, it's good that he's not a singer. I mean, he still has a pretty good voice anyway. But Vince Neil is the voice of Motley Crue, and he'll tour with Motley Crue and as Vince Neil. He needs to fucking hang it up, dude.
Straight up.
Vince Neil needs to hang it up, dude. It's like, who is going to see like a Vince Neil show? If Vince Neil, like that place that I saw Ace Frehley, which has always been both of our favorite members of Kiss.
Fucking Ace.
It's Space Ace. He was playing at this place in Berkeley that I went to. I'm telling you right now, if I wouldn't go see any kind of live show of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would not go see Vince Neil by himself.
Who would? It's like, I guess it's like die-hard ass metal fans, and even though I am a die-hard metal fan, there must be something else that drives these people to see it. It's like, I would just rather take big old fat milkers of Gravity Bones and just put on the album Dr. Feelgood, you know?
Straight up.
Because seeing him, he needs to hang it up. It's not good. And I think that this next one is kind of a toss-up, man, because obviously there's some kind of a dispute of some sort that's making Ann Wilson tour as Ann Wilson Heart and her Heart deal, and Nancy Wilson to tour with her Heart deal.
I was
just
thinking that
they need to hang that up and tour as Heart.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Whatever the fucking problem is, like this is too late in the games to have fucking
sisterly hate.
Breakups. Yeah, it's too late in the game. They sound too good. We've seen them.
Fucking front row on the stage. Center.
Shake you wee wee, get
Woo,
100
man.
Fucking hard. Front row, well,
dude,
Jackie Road Center.
Dude, that show.
We got locked out. Huh?
I remember I was telling him in the last podcast how you tried to fight the fucking bouncers after the show.
To try to be able to bang Ann Wilson, I was determined.
She gave you a
said
rose.
She gave me a rose, dude. I said, she gave me a rose, man. That means that she wants to bang me. And then he wouldn't let me go back there to get Ann. I said, she gave me a rose, dude. She wants to fuck me, man. That was a cue to come meet her backstage, dude. I'm not schizophrenic. She really gave me this fucking... And she did.
And you was about to fight those dudes.
Sorry, Ann. I'd have fucked you. But they need to hang that shit up and then get back together, whatever the problem is, because they sounded good, man. They still sound good. Ann and Nancy are still a couple of fucking foxes, and whatever this Ann Wilson's heart... She's singing Nancy's tunes. Ann is singing Nancy's tunes, and Nancy is singing Ann's tunes. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And Nancy's kind of going in another kind of direction. She had the song with Sammy Hagar, All We Need Is an Island, and I honestly think that song sucks.
I heard it. It does suck.
It sucks, dude. And I'm sure Sammy Hagar fucking probably wrote. That's a total, like... current Sammy Hagar, and we're both huge Hagar fans, but once you've run into Sammy Hagar a bunch of times, man, it's like the first couple of times it was so cool. He signed a bottle of rum for me. I went to this Mai Tai competition in San Francisco that he had. He fucking signed a bottle of rum for me. It was fucking awesome. But then one thing that was like the same thing out of all those experiences was this big motherfucking gorilla that follows him around. Big old weightlifting dude, like some guy. He seems like a Guido from New Jersey or some shit. And he treats everybody as potential Mark David Chapmans. And it's like, dude, like, nobody wants to hurt Sammy Hagar, dude. What the fuck? Like, nobody wants to hurt Sammy Hagar.
Straight up.
And this bodyguard of his is such a fucking prick, and he's everywhere. I went to Sammy Hagar's when he got that thing. You remember in San Francisco that in front of the Bill Graham there?
The Rock of Fame, whatever.
Yeah. I went to that like unveiling ceremony, and Sammy Hagar was there and shit. But that was when, and it's funny, man, because that was actually a terrible experience, because that was at a time where obviously Ed was sick, but we didn't really know it because Van Halen's always been a tight-knit crew. Yeah. And Sammy would not, like, and what was cool about it is Bay Area Magazine was there, and they were just really cool with me. And do you know what, man? Like, the guy that was running it's kind of funny. It's a damn truest story if I've ever told it. The dude that was running the show actually could not come up, because they had to come up with enough Sammy Hagar tunes that people would know, because there was like a pre-ceremony for like an hour, all right? And the point during that hour was to have music playing. Well, Sammy had strict no Van Halen orders for that particular event. I'm thinking, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Alright, so they couldn't do it, and I overheard them, and I said, hey, I could probably do that. I said, if you don't, I said, I'll show you military ID. I don't care. I'll show you retired military ID. By the way, we didn't burn. You can't burn in the military. So I showed him my retired ID, and he was like, cool. He felt, all right, cool, man. This guy's a nut. So now we're not too big a one. So yeah, if you could pick a 50-minute set of just Sammy Hagar, no Van Halen, it was actually a pretty tough task to do, man. Honestly, I had to put heavy metal in there 3 times.
Damn. What about What about how many times did you have to put in their 3-lot box?
I put that in there totally. I put 50. Well, I can't drive 55. It's just like, come on, man. Okay, yeah, right. It's right, okay. And like, Your Love Is Driving Me Crazy. That's a cool song.
It is.
He wouldn't like, but you couldn't play like Why Can't nothing. No When It's Love, no Top of the World, no Pound Cake, nothing Van Halen. And it's just like, like this is like, are you serious? And he was dead serious, dude. Dead serious. Because afterwards, which I feel to play most of it, because he was cool with Montrose tunes. And if he was cool with Montrose tunes, I could throw Rock Candy on there and that type of shit. So there was a couple of Montrose tunes, a couple of HSAS tunes, and like 3-Lock Box. Your Love Is Driving Me Crazy, Heavy Metal, 3 different times. But like Mas Tequila, Marching to Mars, and like most people had never even heard fucking Marching to Mars or Mas Tequila. Actually, a lot of people only knew fucking like I Can't Drive 55, to be quite honest. The people that showed up, but most people showed up were Van Halen fans, and he was in a little butthurt, little It's like, dude, really, dude. And I brought a 5150 album, and I'm not saying that I'm entitled to his autograph at all. I'd already had it at this point. He signed a bottle of rum for me, but at the end of his little speech at the unveiling thing, he started signing autographs, but he would only sign like solo albums. He would sign a lot of whatever that album is, DOA or whatever.
Yeah, DOA.
And what was the other one with him in the fucking boxing ring in the corner there?
I know what you're talking about. Fuck.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
He was signing a lot of shit like something right there. Michael Jackson reference. It's Michael Jackson. Get me out, bam. Something right there. But Sammy, he would only fucking sign his solo shit, and everybody, which was the majority of people, had 50. There was a lot of people there with 5150 albums. A lot of people. I would say most people had a 5150 album. He just ignored them all. And what he did was he would just look at it and look at you and kind of go to the next person that had. He would sign a Bear fucking T-shirt before he'd sign a Van Halen thing. And I was just like, really, dude?
The fuck?
I mean, not that but also, man, damn it, I really wanted him to sign that fucking album, that 5150 album, man. And he'd probably do it now at the right time. He probably would, but, man, he sure as hell didn't then. But, man, don't tell me I'm not a Sammy Hagar fan. I've got a Van Hagar tattoo on my heart. You got a fucking Van Hagar tattoo.
Fuck yeah. And then right above it, I got the fucking man himself tattooed on my arm.
Sure do. You got 5150. How many Van Halen reference tattoos do you have?
My left arm, I got at my wrist, I got the VH, the original logo.
Oh, that's right. You got the wrist.
On the inside, I got 5150. On the inside of my watch is 5150. On the top of my forearm, I got the rock hands. And then in the back of my arm, I got a silhouette picture of fucking Eddie himself fucking shredding.
You're outdone me there. Shit.
I'm about to get the... Hey, we got to plan this out. We got to pick the music. I'm getting the sheet music for some fucking VH licks, and it's going to be the background for the sleeve, so we got to pick that out here if you're hearing a little bit.
No, man. Yeah, I was just thinking about that silhouette, the man, the king.
Dude.
They did a good job on that, man. They did a good job on that.
He did, man. Fucking shout out to Oliver. Fucking killed it, yo. Fucking
Yeah. Looks really good.
he's done all my fucking Van Halen tattoos.
Yeah, I don't, you know what? I don't even remember that place in Florida that did my Van Halen tattoo. I just remember, you remember who was with us? He will go unnamed, but he was in the Navy with us, little twerp.
Oh, there's a few of them. Was it
There's a couple of, yeah.
was it the twerp from Georgia or the twerp from Pennsylvania?
It was the twerp from Georgia.
Oh man, yeah, that fool with that gay ass dog.
Yeah, what a bitch. I think he became a cop or something.
He's a fucking narc.
After he got kicked out of the fucking Navy. You know what I'm saying? What a dick. Fuck you,
yeah.
whoever we're talking about. You and me both retired from the Navy honorably. That little shit got kicked out. But anyway, he was with us with that. He was with us with that Van Halen tattoo, man. We were just like, hey, let's get the fucking rock hands over the heart.
Fuck yeah.
And that's what you do. Well, so as far as other people that need to hang it up, there's a few more, like, you know, and it's funny, man. As much as we love him, we were fucking jamming this morning, man, on the guitar. Dude, Phil Collins.
Dude, he did hang it up. He announced he's done.
Okay, good.
His son came out a couple weeks ago and announced that he's done.
All right. Okay. Good. All right.
That's what set this podcast off. Was I heard the news that Phil Collins was hanging it up, and I was like, "Fuck! I'll never get to see fucking Phil Collins." Yeah, it's recent news.
Yeah, dude. Because man, I watched a pretty recent live video of his. It's like, dude, like, come on, Phil. He's sitting in a chair, which, you know, even when he was younger, I mean, he was sitting, really, he was drumming, but dude, he's sitting in a chair. He's a geriatrical man. I love Phil Collins. I love fucking Genesis, man. I love Mike Rutherford, man. Mike McCain, dude. Phil Collins, Leland Sklar, dude. Like, they're awesome. But Phil Collins, dude, in that chair, singing "Easy Lover" with this really thick ass black chick, like twerking on him. It was, dude. I almost like spit my fucking tea out, fucking laughing.
Damn.
I was just like, really? He's sitting there singing. He's like really putting as much effort as he can into it, which isn't much. And then this chick, like probably 50 years younger than him,
maybe 60.
Maybe 60. Big fat, just soul sister, just fucking twerking on his ass, and it just looks so awkward, man. Like, or you know, even he did Land of Confusion too in that same little stretch that I watched, and it was not good. It was not good. Land of Confusion. He just that's kind of a song that has either they're going to do it live and it doesn't really sound like Land of Confusion, or they're going to have backing track, which is cool because they about have to. Well, they kind of do half and half in this performance, but it's still Phil Collins singing it, and it's just like that's a upbeat, fast song that's meant to be played. That's an arena song, Land of Confusion, you know, and it was so slow paced and so. So I'm really glad that you said that he announced that he was going to hang it up, because I did not get that news, Lunchbox. I did not.
Man, yeah.
Breaking news from Lunchbox.
Breaking news. Dun dun dun.
Wrong. But there's other people that have to. I think they're close, but there's, you know, I like that other bands that weren't so popular are able to still play
Dude.
clubs, and like in a place like the Troubadour in LA and shit, they're able to, and up here in the northern part of the state, you know, there's a lot of Bay Area shows like you can see. Well, I mean,
You know who still got it?
who?
Rick fucking Astley.
He's fucking always gonna have it. Oh, man, that Foo Fighters performance that was so awesome, man.
That fucking was. That introduction. The baddest motherfucker of all time. Rick motherfucking Astley.
Yeah. Get your ass in Dave Grohl, man. Get the fuck out of here, Rick Astley, right now. Fucking Dave Grohl is so cool, dude.
And straight Rick rolled the whole crowd.
They Rick-rolled it. Dude, you think you're cool, Rick-rolling like a fucking little, like, you know, Rick-rolling in a little small gathering. I mean, they Rick-rolled the O2 Arena in London. You know what I'm saying? Live.
Like, didn't see it coming. And, like, Dave Grohl just sitting there, just, his hair is just, he's just thrashing, just fucking, his energy is unmatched.
I tell you, man, it always has been. That's one reason, man. That's, you know, I'm not going to bug. We want to keep this podcast super positive, but we're both very big Foo Fighters fans. I am, you know what, after the King died, I'm not talking about Elvis. When the King died, I said, at least we have the Foo Fighters. You know, that's what's, at least we have the Foo Fighters. And then Taylor Hawkins. Because, you know, unlike Charlie Watts, which, you know, he was with the Stones forever. But you know what, man? The Stones, hey, they have another drummer now. And they're continuing their, like, that was a concert when I went to see the Stones at Levi's Stadium. That is one concert that I can say, yes, it's very cool to see Mick Jagger play in person, and Keith Richards and Charlie Watts, man.
Dude, and, Keith Richards is going to outlive us all. It's very fucking
cool, you know? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's insane. But it's, I just don't, it was like so commercial, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So commercial, like choreographed almost. AC/DC almost felt like that for me too, in a way. Like the way it was just the way it was set up. It just seemed very choreographed. I don't. That's the only word.
Hey, like that. Hey, remember that time we fucking got really high and passed out and missed that concert?
Oh my god!
who was that?
It wasn't just you said, but it wasn't just any concert. It wasn't like some band playing down the road. We're not talking some has-been band that just so happened to be in town. Who are we talking about here?
Fucking AC/DC and Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, those acts like. It's not like we were gonna go and score tickets and then go, we had tickets. We were burning, like pre-seshing it before we went, but we just kept burning.
Then we just passed out.
The burning part didn't stop, and we just kept smoking and kept smoking and kept smoking, and we were fucking passed out, and we both just woke up like, dude, we totally missed that concert. And then
we had good tickets too.
And we had good fucking. Well, that's one thing, man. When we went to Metallica, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man, we take concerts seriously, man. We get good seats. We get good seats in concerts. That is for sure.
And the tragic thing is, fucking the damn guitarist from AC/DC passed like right after that show. Fuck.
The guitarist for AC/DC.
Fucking what's his name? He passed away not too long after that show.
Oh,
Malcolm Young passed away.
Yeah, Malcolm's brother, Malcolm Young. Yeah, Malcolm. Yeah. It was right around that time. Yeah.
So they're like one of the last times we could have seen them. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I felt the same way when Temple of the Dog came to town. They were at Bill Graham in San Francisco, and I said, man, I really need to see Chris, because at this point I had not seen Chris Cornell live. I was able to see Scott Weiland live.
Yeah.
So I saw Stone Temple Pilots live in the 90s, but Temple of the Dog was in town. I had never seen Soundgarden. I'd never seen Chris Cornell live. And I said, or Pearl Jam for that matter. And so I'd never seen Eddie Vedder live. So I was like, man, I really need to go to this show. I need to see Eddie Vedder live. I need to see Chris Cornell live. But I was like, well, you know what? I'm pretty sure Soundgarden's going to get back together. And I'd rather see. I'm going to just hold out and wait for Soundgarden. It fucking never happened, man. And I always kick myself in the butt for passing up Temple of the Dog. Because they did some tunes here and there,
yeah.
But I don't see, and that's kind of sort of the opposite with the Foo Fighters. Like, we're talking about bands that need to hang it up. Foo Fighters is like, it's a tragedy, like Rush.
Yeah,
Rush. an amazing band that loses such a key. Well, Rush is 3 people. I mean, Foo Fighters has a pretty big band, but like Chris Shiflett on guitar, he's one of the best lead guitarists in music. Dude, Chris Shiflett shreds, man. He's fucking awesome. He's awesome. Him and Dave Grohl and Pat Smear together. I mean, it's crazy. Nate Mendel on bass. He's fucking awesome. But like Taylor Hawkins was almost as I think the Foo Fighters, like, unfortunately the people that I mentioned minus Taylor Hawkins, like your casual Foo Fighters fan would just, if you say, hey, can you name me the names of the Foo Fighters, they'd say Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins.
That's it.
Maybe Pat Smear, but probably not.
Yeah.
Because Pat Smear hadn't always been with him, but Pat Smear. And, it's as devastating and as enormous as Neil Peart from Rush dying, because it's like, it's almost an insult to even ask the question. Well, can this person be replaced? Don't even go there, man. No, he can't.
Nobody can replace Neil Peart. Nobody can replace Taylor Hawkins.
It's just not going to happen, unfortunately, because Rush was some of the best. Like, honestly, man, like, even an ex-girlfriend, you know what I mean? I'm just, if I had to say one nice thing about my ex-girlfriend or something, like an experience, I'm glad that she got to see Rush live. Yeah. Because, big time, because, dude, it was such, when you go to concerts, it's one thing. To go to a Rush concert was such, dude, I've been going to Rush concerts since I was a kid, and my parents let me go. My dad would take me and drop me off, and he'd be waiting in the fucking parking lot. He didn't like Rush. He didn't want to go in.
Damn it, Pops.
He was probably in the truck listening to Blue Oyster Cult the whole fucking time.
Yeah, he was burning for you.
Yeah. Godzilla! But, Rush had such a huge sound that it's not going to be replaced. I'm not into bands like other bands that are in Rush's technical category, like, but Rush was such an important band, and each guy I think is just as powerful. But the Foo Fighters, without Taylor Hawkins, like, you just have to say it, man. Like, there's no Foo Fighters.
That's the energy.
I think that, dude, Dave Grohl, he was with Nirvana for only a few. Nirvana at all only lasted a couple of years.
Yeah.
Kind of like Cream, you know. But in those few years, all these albums that everybody knows came out, and you know, they're who the fuck is not a Nirvana fan, you know?
Straight
and
up.
Dave Grohl, he couldn't talk about Kurt Cobain for a long time, man. Imagine like, oh, dude, Taylor Hawkins, holy shit, man. Like, holy shit. So, selfishly, you know, I'm just like, I cannot believe I will never be able to go to another Foo Fighters show. Oh my, like, but I think a lot of people feel that way because we all love him. And
dude, he was such an
but
awesome dude.
oh yeah, but you know it's crazy. You still have bands that are touring around like Doobie Brothers and shit. That's another like Foghat deal. All right.
What about REO Speedwagon? How are they?
They need to hang it up. They don't. You know what? I'm pretty sure that them and Styx are doing some kind of both.
They are on tour. They
are
on tour. REO Speedwagon and Styx are on tour. It's confirmed.
They need to hang it up, dude.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
Get out of here. Yeah, man. Can you imagine? All right, so and I know that Dennis DeYoung's not with Styx, so I don't know. It's probably Tommy Shaw singing if he's with him. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm pretty sure REO Speedwagon. That dude still is still. I can't. His name slips my mind, but the lead singers of REO Speedwagon, he's always been part of REO Speedwagon. You know what I mean?
All right.
And
no,
it's just gotten to a point.
I think I heard that Toto is about to hit the road.
See, keep going for them. Because Steve Lukather still kicks ass. He still sounds awesome. Unfortunately, even Toto, Toto's kind of a special kind of thing because every one of those guys were session musicians first, and most people, it's funny when I say Steve Lukather right off the bat, it comes. Some people, and I understand, might like, who the fuck is he talking about? I'm telling you, if you don't know who Steve Lukather is, I guarantee you, if you listen to rock music, you have heard Steve Lukather probably tens of thousands of times. Damn. He's been on so many sessions. He's the one on the album. You know what I mean? And what you're on the CD that you're jamming, or the track that you're jamming, that was studio cuts. And that's Steve Lukather for a lot of people, a lot of different bands. So Toto had the Pecoro brothers, and Jeff Pecoro. Unfortunately, he passed away a long time ago. But the main face of Toto is man, I feel terrible that that his name. The guy on the piano. Oh man, the guy with the top hat, Steve Lukather. They're good. They sound awesome live. I say they've got another. And honestly, I think they've got another couple of years in them, easy. But it is tough watching all of our favorite acts like kind of age. You know what I'm saying? Like
straight up.
It is strange, but some are able to pull it off, and some just need to fucking hang it up, man. Like,
yo, so
it's becoming.
Hey, listen, check out this idea.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so this is my first one. My first episode was about this. I'm going to pass it to you, see what you think. So,
all right.
Our dude Elon, he's got that Neuralink, for the brain shit,
Man.
What if he's able to fucking put you in like a trance state and fucking put you there? So like you are seeing it, you are feeling it, you're getting all your five senses to being at whatever show you want to see. and you're not there, but you're there. What do you think about that?
I just think that's
wild shit.
I'm not quite that stoned. I'm blistered, but damn. I wouldn't do it, man. I wouldn't do it. To me, that would be like fucking hologram stuff. I thought that was so... Like, they honestly... They did this in Coachella, dude.
Tupac!
Dude, you know how many people go to fucking Coachella? A lot. And they had a hologram of Tupac, and all these people were like, yo, I saw Tupac, man. Like, no, you didn't, man.
You saw a hologram, man.
You saw a hologram, man. I know that you were completely it, but trust me, that wasn't Tupac. You might have thought you saw Tupac. You probably even heard tracks of his voice.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was to a hologram. But there are, you know, that whole idea is weird. I mean, Elon, I think he's awesome, but he's so fucking smart. It's unbelievable. I love the fact that he's able to. He seems to have. I don't know. He wants people to. He's a big advocate for having shit like. You know, he's in your state, man.
Yeah, he's down in South Texas. I want to go. I would love to work for that dude.
Yeah. Elon Musk, man. Hey, you see, you know, on Joe Rogan's podcast, that was the longest and most interesting conversation I've heard of him. And, you know, and then reading up and watching small clips and stuff. But, you know, he just seems like a really cool dude. And I'm glad he's richer than Jeff Bezos. I say, fuck yeah. But, you know, the people like Elon Musk and that brain enhancement stuff, I just don't even know what to think about it. It's crazy. But I do know this. South Park does a really good job explaining it. These post-COVID episodes are hilarious. Have you seen the one where Butters is going by the name of Vic Chaos?
Yeah, he's selling NFTs. I'll tell you what, buddy.
NFTs. Which is crazy. Which is insane. Because it's from what I understand, an NFT is, you know, really, literally, like seriously, like that long bearded dude that owns Twitter. He sold a picture of like a screenshot of his very first tweet, or like the very first tweet on Twitter, and it went for like an ass ton of money. It's like, really?
Yeah.
What? And which makes it fucking hilarious that Butters or Big Chaos is going to like retirement homes and having people sign away their life savings on a picture of a panda on a skateboard. Because that like really NFT shit is that kind of thing. Like you pay, obviously. Like I think you know what? I think Snoop Dogg, but he's Snoop Dogg. You know, that people are gonna dig whatever Snoop Dogg does. But he put out some NFTs, whatever, images, this, that, whatever it is. And he made a fucking ton. And I'm thinking, is this what, like, because, you know, the people that work at these huge tech places, that's why San Francisco is as expensive as it is, because people that are in that industry, even, like, entry level, they're banking. Like, banking. And so spending like $65,000 on some little bitty digital it's like, what are you gonna do with it? What are you what's you gonna open some high-end art show, digital art show, this, that? What are you doing there? But it's insane. But Elon's a very smart dude. I think that he's I think Space Force is more important. SpaceX, I'm sorry, SpaceX.
Fuck yeah,
Space Force.
Space Force. But hey, big girl, we're coming up on an hour, so we can do this. We'll make this another episode another day, next Saturday.
We'll continue this session. I hope everybody got a kick out of that, man.
Hell yeah.
We just wanted to, it's funny, especially fellow music lovers and fellow stoners out there. If you disagree with us, that's hey.
Shoot me an email. Let me know what you think.
But check it out. Until next time, smoke on and stay lifted.
Oh yeah, that will conclude Saturday morning sesh with Muddbutt. I hope y'all got a kick out of that. We had a little audio difficulties, throughout the recording process. So we'll get them kinks fixed for the next Saturday morning sesh. So hope y'all enjoyed. If you have any questions, any comments, man, you want to talk some shit, man, bring it, whatever, man. If you just want to add some bands you think if we left out a band, please let us know. And we'll make sure and bring it up for next Saturday. Just drop us an email, It's in the podcast description. Yeah, man. If you have any more comments, you want to, if we missed any bands, or if you think we had a band in there that shouldn't have been in there, up for debate. Shoot me an email. Let's chop it up. Let's hear what you got. Lunchbox out.